And here we go. We're entering in the game. Route 66.
To Route 66. Initiating match.
And we are still in full observer mode, which is really hard to do and shoutcast at the same time. So I do apologize to anybody that has gotten any sort of motion sickness or nausea from the matches. Hey, Rice Master, thanks for the follow. Let's go. That's just as much great support as anything else. So all the support you can give, the better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woogie with a big ol' let's go. Let's go. All right, Murray State coming in with the standard. So Murray State will be on attack for this first round. They have opted to go with Pirate Ship, which has worked pretty well for them before. And it appears as though Illinois is going with the reverse Pirate Ship as defense. So it will be a battle of the bastions. Yeah, I worked it in. And we will see how Murray State handles the third map. Big thank you to the Scarlet Hawks for playing the night. They have looked great. I feel like we have been, we've learned a lot, and they've learned a lot, and I think both teams have really played great matches so far. And let's get into this third one.
Attackers incoming.
And here we go. Murray State getting ready for the attack. Oh, an early pharmacy coming out from... oh, I'm sorry. Murray State is on defense. I apologize. So they are going defense pirate ship, while Illinois is going attack pirate ship with the pharmacy. Pharmacy hasn't seen a lot of pro play lately, but was very popular in Season 1. They get the Ice Ball onto the Bastion to get him out of turret mode. They're putting in a lot of damage. They got the invuln filled. They have great positioning here to get a lot of damage in, but they're not stopping that payload from moving. Somebody's going to have to jump down soon. And it looks like it might be the Sigma. But they freeze down the Bastion. They're trying to put a ton of damage on him. The payload is actually stopped. Honor is down there. Ice Balls to keep the Bastion going, but they lose Honor real quick. Bonsai Tuna takes out the Bladed Banana, so the Bastion that wins the day currently is Murray State. But that early Farah ult is able to clean up the rest of the Murray State crew, and the Scarlet Hawks are just going to push this payload forward to the checkpoint. They get into that little hole there. Nice, you got this in here. They set up here, and that is right there, textbook pirate ship. Bastion, a lot of shields, and just a ton of heals. The Pharmacy Edition is quite interesting. I have to graduate before I get into this stuff. Scarlet Hawks take the first checkpoint, and Murray State is set up over here on the building, which is the best vantage point, I believe, to do damage. But that Pharmacy is just going to keep them really busy. Sigma, Chief looking to absorb some damage. They get the Sigma down, and Coalescence being used by Quote to try to take care of that Pharmacy a little bit. Keeps pumping in some damage, hopefully to get that Bastion, but Murray State has set up some shields to attract some noise. They freeze the Bastion, but the invuln field is probably going to keep it protected. Bonsai Tina takes out the invuln field. They freeze the Bastion again, and they get a kill right after they get it through the door. So great choke play by Murray State to collapse down on these Scarlet Hawks. And they're going to back up, knowing that they've got the payload kind of in their control. Pharmacy still bringing quite a bit of damage. They're going to pull him down a little bit, throw a shield to maybe block off the Mercy from the Farah, but it's not going to work. They jump up. In comes the Bastion. He looks like he's getting ready to set up in that corner. He jumps down and switches into turret mode right behind the payload, which is really going to hurt some of his field of view. But it's not going to matter, as the Scarlet Hawks are able to eliminate the Murray State team. This Pharmacy is doing work, and they are pumping out the damage nonstop. I don't think that Mercy has had to do much of the healing beam at all. Let's go Murray State. Let's go Murray State. Root for your races right now. Farah setting up here, just trying to wait. She's going to burn her fuel pack here in a few seconds. Murray State's starting to come out of here. They're looking to maybe come out of this hole. She stayed up that entire time. Unbelievable. So Z's going back in. I'm not sure what, all right, Murray State's all grouped up. They put up shields. They run. There is another rocket barrage coming out, but she only catches one that time before she goes down. On her Flavor Filled and Chief all in the payload. There is an Illinois Gravitic Flux on top of an on her Blizzard to freeze Aziz. Gets the res off on the Bastion. Bastion's going to reset up. He has popped his ulti. He is going to be doing tank shots onto whoever he can. Coalescence out to try and just knock out that Bastion. He's popping those shots, but I don't think he did not hit the Moira, but the Scarlet Hawks take the next checkpoint. And they're going to keep pushing. They catch Quote out. Quote was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He needed to reset a lot earlier. Murray State is going to back up here. And this is the final hold here. If they can't hold right here, then it's going to be hard for them to come back again. Ults come out from the Baptiste on the Scarlet Hawks, and then Vuln Field comes out to kind of stop it. They get an early pick on Aziz. They're trying to take down that pharmacy, but Fox just will not go down. They get a lot of heals out. Flave Build all alone. He has to run into the damage to just try to get the reset. Chief and Honor are available. They got some shields. They're trying to put some slow on the payload so that they just don't give up the win. Fox, the pharmacy takes out Honor. Murray State does not know what to do about this pharmacy. And without any, he pulls out the ult to try to slow the payload down, but it did not work this time. And there's tons of damage coming in. Another rocket barrage to seal the deal. And the Scarlet Hawks with another team kill for their 3rd point take. So it's going to be 0-3.
Score 0-3.
Murray State is definitely having a very hard time countering both Bastion and Pharah. So an interesting comp coming out from the Scarlet Hawks. So now Murray State's got to do it in the time limit to go into sudden death again. They weren't able to complete this tier in King's Row. But this is Murray Map 3, so get hype. Let's see how they do. It's 1-1. This map will decide the winner of this match. We're just going to pop a squat right here.
Ready for battle.
Murray State going with not the pirate ship meta. I see an Ashe showing up for once. This could be just, you know, early game shenanigans. And it looks like the Scarlet Hawks are going for the Pharmacy Bastion play again because Murray State wasn't able to do anything about it. Yeah, they are probably looking to use the Ashe to deal with the Pharah. Let's hope Honor is a deadeye tonight. Scarlet Hawks are set up.
I'm sorry, but I 5, 4, 3, 2,
All right.
1.
It looks like Pharmacy's going for some early damage on the front door. Murray State was expecting it and took the side door instead. They get to the payload and they start moving it. Oh, Honor switched to the Widowmaker, so we're going to see some crazy Widowmaker snipes. Play Filth on the Ana, maybe getting some sleep darts in on the Pharmacy to just lock that down as they move into this kind of first choke point that teams usually get stalled up on. They run up on Big Earl's 24-hour service station. No big kills coming out. Quote's a little low, but Quote gets his health back. No major damage, and Murray State's just going to hide in the building to force the Scarlet Hawks to come down. And Pharmacy comes down, takes out Honor. And they're just going to rocket into the gas station, but the shields are going to protect them from that. And hopefully they're going to put some damage down. They get the halt down on the Pharmacy, but they get out of the way. Sigma absorbing some damage. Aziz is just looking to put some damage out there on the enemy Sigma to hopefully distract the healer. Bastion and Orisa are still up top, even though they are going to have to reposition at this point because Murray State has cleared that first death corner. Fox takes out the Chief, so a few kills come in. Honor finally takes out Fox. Bladed Banana was able to zap Aziz with the help of Orisa and Mercy, and with the help of more Orisa and Mercy, they get both the supports for Murray State. Bonsai Tuna in with the Reaper. He is going to try to do some damage and then back up through the back door here while Murray State resets. And we'll go around this way to see if the Sigma is going to lay down some early fire. He's pretty far from his team. Murray State is going to sneak through this side passage here and try to put in some damage, but Bastion is laying down the cover fire like none other. I'm not sure if Murray State's going to be able to do it. Yeah, they back out from that hallway. They're going to come around. They were trying to do that to get around the Pharmacy because Bear can't fit in there, and it's not going to work. They're going to go behind the service station, but Pharmacy can obviously move around there. They get behind him, and Bonsai Tuna trying to put damage on that Mercy. Murray State is actually on top of the... There's another Justice rating from above. She catches two and does not go down. Quote gets a whip shot out on the Pharah, but not enough to take her down. Honor pops her with a headshot, and she is down, but Bonsai Tuna goes down. Copel gives a res on Fox so the pharmacy can keep going, and they just keep putting damage down. They take out the alright, and they had to pop the Brig ult just to keep people alive from this pharmacy play. Murray State is not able to get any headway. They need those headshots, and they're just not able to get the angles they need. They're looking for these right plays. Honor's got ult. Bonsai Tuna's got ult. Are they going to get a team kill or anything like that? Time will tell. It's going to require a lot of work to get the Scarlet Hawks down from up there to begin with. Get a halt off, but it's a battle of attrition right now, and it looks like if they're not careful, yeah. Farah has snuck behind with Mercy, so there's a backdoor pharmacy going on. There's a Bastion ult. There was a Sigma ult. There was the Ashe ult. Bonsai Tuna takes out the support. The Orisa takes out the Ashe Bob. The res comes back out on the Baptiste for the Scarlet Hawks, keeping their supports back in play. Invuln field down to protect the Baptiste again. Supercharger popped. Murray State was able to get some key kills, and now they're able to push into this first checkpoint. The Scarlet Hawks are going to back up and give them this first checkpoint, more than likely. Basically to make sure that Supercharger wears off. They don't want to deal with any more of that damage. Bonsai Tuna going for it to put a little poke damage in, and they get the first checkpoint. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. They have got quite a ways to go to the second and third checkpoint, so they're going to have to set up here and figure out what to do against this Bastion. They're just waiting for the payload to start moving forward. There it goes. Sigma going in early. Orisa walking behind the payload, keeping herself protected as she can. Shields going in, shields going out. Rock comes in, and it looks like Bonsai Tuna got boosted in the backcourt. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's going to pop ulti. He's still nano boosted. He's putting in damage. It just ended, and he is going to go hard on the Sigma. But in comes the pharmacy to shut down Bonsai Tuna. But that bought Murray State a lot of time to move forward. The pharmacy wasn't able to focus the entire team. Bonsai Tuna basically sacrificed himself, trying to get a lot of damage onto the Scarlet Hawks and keep the focus on him instead of the rest of his team. And there comes the Valkyrie play. Coalescence coming in. They stop the Justice. Honor takes out Fox. Great shot. Bob comes out for Honor. Aziz takes out the support. Copel reses Fox. The Bastion spends his time taking that out. Supercharger out for the Scarlet Hawk team as Murray State keeps pushing forward. They get a big heal from the Ana grenade. And there is the Sigma ult for Scarlet Hawks. While Murray State is, Quote takes out the Mercy, so no more reses. And with Fox and the Chief kind of going head to head. Oh, Fox takes out Flay Field, so there's no supports available for Murray State. Everyone's regrouping in the backcourt. And in comes Pharmacy. Chief pulls back to regroup with the rest of the team. And Bastion is just going to do Bastion things. They get that high ground positioning, making sure that 60 seconds left. Murray State is going to have to take the backdoor approach here. This way, the Pharah can't do as much damage, but they're stuck in this hole, essentially, without the Sigma shield above them. I heard the damage matrix come out from the Scarlet Hawks, Baptiste, and they drop down here, trying to just eliminate that Pharah, and they get her. Mercy is going to have to get pretty close to res, so they take out the Mercy, and I hope somebody is on the payload soon. They've taken out the support for the... Oh, and there's a pause. We have a pause in the game right during a team fight. Must be another technical difficulty. Technical difficulty from Murray State. They weren't able to say pause and then pause. They apologize for that. We did kind of break a Tespa rule there. But it looks like Bonsai Tuna had a bit of a problem here. Murray State, 30 seconds to get on that payload and push it into that second checkpoint. They're really close, but they are going to need a really good team fight for this to go in their favor. you know, obviously. The Mercy is currently down, but the Pharah is still up, and Baptiste is up, and Bastion is up, and Bastion has his ult. All right. Bonsai Tuna is joining back into the game. He'll be loading in shortly. We may have the fight reset. I'm not sure what will happen here. Ready's coming out from everybody. And we are going on pause in 3 seconds. All right, fight is back on. Bonsai Tuna is loaded back in. Aziz pushing forward, moving the payload. They have to get on it here. Here comes another Bob from Ash to hopefully get a little bit more of a distraction out. A Halt comes in, but there's a Supercharger from Aziz and a Coalescence coming in. So it's a Supercharged Coalescence. Tons of damage going out on the Scarlet Hawks, but the Bastion ult gets popped. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. He's running away a little bit, but he's going to pop out of that hole, I think. But no, thanks to that Supercharger, the Scarlet Hawks are just going to back up because that's a safe play. But Honor and Aziz get the headshot onto the Bastion to take him out, and that's going to let them push forward a little bit. Scarlet Hawks definitely going to be able to set up a really good defense here in this last point. The payload's going to come through here, and they will probably try to stop it right about here where Murray State is setting up. Double shields come out, double halts come out. Chief on the high ground, he's watching for the Pharah to come out. They put in the damage. Bonsai Tuna looks like he's trying to sneak around back. Does he have ult? He doesn't have ult, but he's looking to get some damage on some support. Bob gets called out. Justice ranged from above and took out Honor, but they slept the Pharah to stop the rest of the ult. Another ult comes in. It looks like they just lost Flat Filth. Aziz took out one, but with the shields coming, they've nanoed. Who is nanoed? I can't see him. There was a nano, it looked like. Absorb coming out from the Chief. Quite a fight going on. It looks like Mercy was giving some damage to the Orisa, and Murray State's going to have to back up with 30 seconds left to go. The Scarlet Hawks have pushed them back. Murray State's switching off to the Winston. Honor is down, waiting for Honor to come back up. 16 seconds left to go. They're going to have to get on this point soon. Honor staying on the Ash. Damage Matrix comes in with 10 seconds left to go. Murray State has to push here, and I'm not sure how they're going to do it. It looks like Monkey's coming in from behind. He drops his egg shield. Is he on the payload or not? It doesn't look like he is. It is contested. There's the Sigma ult, keeping them all in the air to let the payload move forward. Bonsai Tuna getting shot in the back. Moira goes in for the dash. They res the Orisa to keep the tanks alive for the Scarlet Hawks. Murray State just keep pumping into damage. They lose the Winston, but Aziz is going to switch over to Hammond. There comes another rocket barrage coming out, and a high noon popped for also Scarlet. He pops the draw, but it does not get anybody. Supercharger is out. Murray State has to be aware of that. Hammond goes in. He starts to do the roll. All he's going to try to do here is knock everybody off the payload and just sort of stay in the overtime. Murray State has to keep dashing onto this payload. Tracer in for Honor. They're zipping in and out. Chief is the other one on the payload. Honor on the payload. Scarlet just doing everything they can to get everybody off the payload. They get the Tracer off, and they stop Murray State. And Scarlet Hawks are going to take the win tonight. 2-1 against Murray State Racer Esports. GG's all around. Whew.
Play of the game.
And yeah, Pharmacy shows Murray State that you've got to be able to handle multiple things. They weren't able to really put a lot of damage on the Pharah when they needed to, and she was able to basically fly free and just rocket barrage all day long. But GG's all around. Murray State played a great game. These were well-fought matches, very even matching. It could have gone either way.